GameStop was the best thing that could have happened to these hedge fund companies.
Yeah.
The whole Robinhood drama that happened.
Yeah, and it was pretty bad that how they stopped. How
Robinhood stopped
trading for GameStop. I mean, that was so bad.
Again, that was a big example of how
we need
DeFi.
I mean, that's amazing. I mean, nobody could have stopped you if you were on DeFi and trading Robinhood then. Nobody could have stopped you. Nobody had the power.
For those who don't know about the whole GameStop situation.
GameStop situation was so. I mean, GameStop. First of all, coming from a gaming background.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen GameStop is a retail chain, just like back in the day, there was like Hamleys is for toys, GameStop is for music CDs, then video game CDs, and so on, with mostly game related consoles and accessories and all. So GameStop had good retail outlets, a good number of retail outlets, like a Walmart of gaming. Mecca of gaming, Walmart of gaming, and the gaming, they had their stock listed in the New York Stock Exchange, and what these big hedge funds did was they overshorted.
So no, but like first of all, the GameStop stock basically was a dying stock.
Yeah, it was falling every day.
Because the gaming world moved on from like physical CDs right?
to digital copies.
Yeah. So GameStop's stock was
falling and
falling
these hedge funds shorted it a lot. Now what short selling is, that assuming that the price will fall tomorrow, so you buy it today at tomorrow's price. That's what short selling is, basically, very simple terms. So these hedge funds that controls like millions of dollars, they shorted it so much that the actual value was less, market valuation, but the shorted value was more. So what these geniuses at Wall Street Bets did?
It's a Reddit community.
You can join it freely. Even I'm a part of it.
I'm also a part of it.
And it's pretty fun.
Sitting in New Delhi.
Same here. Sitting in New Delhi. We are still part of Wall Street Bets. But again, so what happened was, so one of the community members pointed it out that these hedge funds have millions of dollars shorted on GameStop. So what they did was they started buying. Now this is a general economic phenomena, that when you buy something, the price increases because there are more buyers than seller actually has the quantity to sell. So seller will definitely increase the price. So the next day price rose, hedge funds incurred losses. Every day they bought, and suddenly hedge funds lost so much of money that GameStop actually became a Fortune 500 company that nobody expected it to become, even in a million years. I mean, the owner of GameStop would have, if one day you wake up and you feel like my company is dying, I need to do something about it.
This is also a definition of what Reddit is. Only on Reddit could this have happened.
Reddit is actually the front page of the internet. I mean,
only on Reddit this could have happened. Reddit is the Florida of the internet.
The wild west of the internet. So again, on Reddit, so when people started buying and for a stock that is already shorted, for example, Paarug shorted it and I'm buying it. So Paarug said that I will buy it today at tomorrow's price. So tomorrow's price will be disclosed tomorrow.
I was assuming that tomorrow's price would be lower.
So if the stock was today 10 rupees, Paarug says that I'm a genius and I know it will be 8 rupees tomorrow. So give me the stock today, but I'll pay you tomorrow according to tomorrow's price. So you get a 10 rupee stock today and tomorrow you pay for it 8 rupees. So that's basically a 2 rupee profit for you a day before you bought the stock. Alright. Similarly, hedge funds bought, let's just say 10 rupees ka GameStop. They bought it they said that tomorrow it will be 8. So we will buy it tomorrow, but give us the possession of the stock today. Alright. So when they had the possession of their stock at 10, alright, and they wanted to buy it tomorrow, but when tomorrow came, actually the stock went to 12, not 8, it went to 12, and when it went to 12, it went 2 rupees up. So they bought it for, like, they got a 10 rupee stock with themselves for 12. Now they have to pay 2 rupees more to get that stock, actually, because they promised that I'll pay it tomorrow. So that's how they lost tons of money. And I mean, GameStop, with that 2 rupees, let's just assume that is $200 million, or let's just say 2 billion. those 2 rupees came in such big amounts that Reddit, GameStop actually became a Fortune 500 company. And I mean, I would.
It was a whole scene.
It was a scene.
And it was
absolute scenes.
It was the best definition of internet.
I mean,
I felt empowered during that. I mean, these companies
Yeah.
don't have a say. They only have a say up to a point.
Yeah.
If enough people gather together, they can fuck these guys up.
Exactly.
But the interesting part came in when Robinhood, which is like Zerodha of America,
a mini trading app, like a trading app suitable, like
for millennials. It's basically caters to millennials and young people who are getting into finance.
Yeah.
So when Robinhood
actually, Robinhood is again, it's a portal for you to trade on.
It's an exchange.
No, not an exchange.
Not an exchange, but like
it's
like your broker. It's a
Yeah.
brokerage service.
It's a brokerage service. So when like millennials like us have an account on Zerodha and we trade on Kite, that is their app. Similarly, Robinhood is an app which lets you trade easily. An online app demat account now, and it is pretty simple to add funds via UPI and you just trade easy. Easy come, easy go.
America.
Yeah. So when this all was happening, people were buying GameStop. Now Robinhood was influenced with a lot of hedge funds out there. It was backed by big hedge funds, right? So let's just say Paarug is a big hedge fund and I'm Robinhood, and Paarug has invested in me. So Paarug has put money in me to see me, to see my value appreciate in time, in forward. In future. So Robinhood was influenced by hedge fund that has already shorted GameStop. So Paarug has one investment in me and one investment in GameStop. So to stop Paarug get into more losses, I stopped trading. I said no to GameStop. I said nobody would be able to trade on GameStop. And I know that I have 40 or 50% of American youth that actually know about GameStop. They won't be able to trade. I know they have accounts with me, and I'll just block the trading of GameStop. And I mean, that was a very, very bad move.
It was basically, you have a right to buy
and sell.
Stock.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's the
definition of an open market.
Open market, yeah.
And they stopped trading, and it was highly criticized. It was highly criticized by everyone all around. Vlad Tenev, who's the founder and CEO of Robinhood, was under a lot of flack.
Yeah.
But that is the point we are trying to make, that you can't do that.
Stop anyone
in DeFi.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
Nobody has the power to do it.
Everyone up to that point, especially young people who were involved in that, they thought that, nobody could stop us from doing this. So we are doing this.
Exactly.
But turns out that someone can. Someone can come in and just say no.
And delete us from YouTube, from Spotify, from all major platforms.
So somebody could come up and say no. Robinhood came up and said no fucking way you're buying a GameStop stock, because this is harming us.
Because GameStop shorting is the money where shorting came from is the same way Robinhood is also getting money from.
Yeah. So it basically was an attack on the freedom.
Yeah, it was an attack.
I would say. And this is the same. Zerodha could do that tomorrow.
Yeah,
if that could happen in India.
If let's just imagine if Zerodha and Adani, if Zerodha was funded by Adani and the recent crash.
Zerodha could stop you
from
trading. You can't sell even. You can't buy, you can't sell.
Yeah.
The price remains the same until stuff cools down.
Exactly.
How would you? I wouldn't like that.
I would have revolted. I would have fucking
gone to Upstocks right away.
Office kind.
I would have gone right to Upstocks.
Upstocks or Grow.
Yeah.
Anything.
So, and that is the same with Coinbase, WazirX.
Yeah.
These are centralized exchanges, right?
You can never shut them down until unless something really bad happens.
WazirX has a different problem now. The government, if banks shut down WazirX shuts down, even if it is against its own will, and we suffer.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
our money into crypto.
Centralized exchanges have this baggage with them, that somebody is in control, which is not the case in DeFi, and which is why we should be very optimistic about its future.